Feminine energy isn't something that you put on like a dress and heels, okay? It is something that you embody. It's how you treat your body, and it's how your energy shows up into a room before you even do. And the truth is, most women truly don't feel feminine because they've never built a lifestyle to support their feminine energy and their softness. So in this video, I'm going to share 7 must-do habits that's going to radiate feminine energy. And after this video, Miss Girl, you are never going to want to go back to that old routine. Habit number 1 is to keep promises to yourself. That is a form of self-respect, and you keeping promises to yourself also will have other people keeping promises to you as well, especially if you feel like that you would deal with trust issues. A lot of the time it's a reflection because you don't even trust yourself, Miss Girl. And if you want to start building that self-trust, I'm telling you, start keeping promises to yourself. That will build up a confidence like no other. Even with making decisions, you know, sometimes how you might not feel like you know the right answer, so you go to somebody else and ask for advice. And I get that. I get, you know, getting different insights from different people. But ultimately, you already have the answer within yourself. You just need to trust yourself more. And that is why God gave us the woman's intuition, because honestly, all of the answers are already inside of us. But a lot of us do not practice that self-trust. So we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust ourselves to make the right decision or do the right thing, which ultimately is also why we lack confidence. So building that self-trust is going to make that intuition stronger and is going to give you the confidence. And you can start building that self-confidence even with the smallest things. Like if you say, I'm going to take a walk tomorrow, make sure that you take a walk. If you say, okay, this weekend, I'm going to spend an hour to read, or I'm going to spend a 2-hour self-care session, make sure you do that. Follow through with the promises that you set to yourself, because nothing builds confidence like doing what you say you was going to do. Because on the other end of that, not keeping promises to yourself, it actually creates wounded, chaotic feminine energy. And we don't want that, because that's going to repel everything, and that is going to be so unattractive. Habit number 2 is to start each morning with stillness instead of stimulation. I used to be that girl who always wanted to get up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, and for a while, I did. And it just made me feel like I had so much energy to tackle my day, get everything done. And honestly, that was great. But then by the end of the day, I was feeling burnt out. You know why? Because I was starting my morning with so much stimulation, and I was starting my day off in my masculine energy, which did help me, you know, check all my boxes throughout the day. But in the end, it left me burnt out. But now I like to start my morning with stillness. I'm not saying that you can't still go to the gym in the morning. I'm just saying, before you commit to anything else, commit to yourself first, okay? Do some meditation in the morning, do some prayer. Sometimes I even read like a chapter of one of my favorite books in the morning, and I even journal, just so I can have that me time and that stillness in the morning, just so I can hear my own thoughts and really have that clarity throughout the day. I wasn't rushing to brush my teeth. I wasn't rushing to get dressed, especially because I've already started my day with softness. And when you actually do this in the morning, you are actually like regrounding yourself. And that is how you truly become magnetic and attract, is when you are grounded within yourself and you are centered, instead of like running around like some crazy little squirrel. Gotta get this done, gotta get that done. That's how you not only be burnt out, but that's how you push the things that you truly want further and further away, and it feels like you have to hustle and push so much harder to get these things. Start your morning with stillness. And I like to say the first hour or two. And I remember at one point I did want to go to the gym at 5:30 because I had to get my son up from school, and I wanted to work out before I got him ready for school. So guess what I did? I woke up at 4 o'clock just so I can have an hour and a half of stillness before I made sure I went to the gym and everything like that. And it has made a huge difference, and not only in my life, but also in my energy. Habit number 3 is to romanticize your daily routines. And I know you guys probably heard this before on TikTok, and that doesn't just mean to girly pop everything up, add a couple extra flowers here or something like that. No, I want you to truly romanticize your daily routines. And with that, that's going to require you to slow down. Like I said earlier, I'm not rushing to brush my teeth and do my skincare anymore and trying to hurry up. I'm not rushing, because when you are rushing, your body is under stress. And honestly, that is a sign that you are used to being in survival mode. You have to physically force your body out of survival mode to naturally be in that soft feminine energy, okay? And it does take time. And there are plenty of ways to romanticize your daily routines, but one of the best ways to do it is to just slow down down and sometimes don't multitask. Like I used to like play music like while I'm getting ready, you know. Now sometimes I even just cut the music off just so I can hear my own thoughts. And that right there is me romanticizing my routine when I get out the shower and I'm putting on my body butter and I'm putting on my body oil. I'm taking my time. I am in stillness and I'm letting my thoughts flow. And honestly, half of the time I'm like saying affirmations to myself, like, girl, you look good. Okay, skin. All of that keeps you in that feminine flow. It keeps you in that feminine energy. Just slowing down and being mindful will make a huge difference in your life. After time, it will automatically get your body out of survival mode and your body will start to feel safe. That is why a lot of times you always feel like you need to rush to do something, or you always feel like you need to hurry up and do this, hurry up and do that, because your body is in survival mode, pretty much meaning your body does not feel safe. And imagine being in survival mode every day, rushing to go to work, rushing to do this, rushing to do that. Like, you know, and I get it, okay? We are busy, but I promise you, you can find areas in your day and in your daily routine to slow down and romanticize and just be in the moment. I am a mom, I am a business owner, and I do a million things, but I still always try to make sure that I'm slowing down. Even sometimes, like when I'm moving too fast, I'll catch myself and take a deep breath and remind myself to slow down and enjoy the moment. Habit number 4 is to journal. I know I'm always talking about this on this channel, but journaling is good for so many things, no matter what you might use it for. Some people like to use journaling for manifestation. Some people like to use it to just write down their thoughts and brain dump. Some people actually use it to reflect. There's so many ways to journal, but there's so many amazing benefits, especially if we're trying to get that clarity, especially if we're trying to get out of survival mode and just relax and regulate our nervous system. Journaling will help so much because you're going to be writing down all your thoughts, and sometimes you don't even know how you truly feel about a situation until you start writing about it. A lot of times, if I don't know how to make a decision, once I start journaling, the answer is basically in what I just wrote, and that can be about anything. Maybe I'm journaling about a guy that I like, maybe I'm journaling about a job or a decision that I might not know the right answer to. Sometimes you just need to organize your thoughts and release. And when you do this, you are like releasing stress from your body, stress from your mind, and now your mind isn't cluttered. And now even the next day, you'll be going about your day having way more clarity. Before I started my manifestation journey, when I first started this just spirituality journey, just trying to become better, journaling was one of the first methods that I ever tried. Before I tried meditating and going for walks or listening to podcasts, before I tried anything else, it was journaling. And I had such a life-changing experience after that. That is what opened the doors for me to start manifesting, to start meditating, to do everything else, because I've realized the shift in my life just from journaling. And don't get me wrong, I love therapy. I think everybody needs a therapist. Even if you went through something traumatic or even if you didn't, I just feel like everybody needs a therapist. But I understand that not everybody likes to have a therapist or doesn't want to go that route, and that's totally fine. Get you a journal, and I promise that would help so much with just like those thoughts that you have throughout the day. A lot of the times you'll even unravel some inner work maybe that you had to work on, some inner childhood wounds that still trigger you till this day. You'll notice that in your journal. And if you're somebody that's like, okay, I really don't know what to journal about, I don't know if I want to start manifesting, I don't know if I just want to write about my day, because journaling is so much more deeper than just, hey, I had a good day, hope to have a good day tomorrow. It's so much more deeper than that. If you really want to get into journaling, Miss Girl, I have free 30-day journal prompts on my website, so make sure to check that out. And I have 3 different categories. So I have 30-day journal prompts for self-love. I have 30-day journal prompts for if you're trying to just build a better relationship with money and become more financial abundant. And I even have journal prompts for gratitude, which just helps get you out of that survival mode and really puts you in that magnetic mode. Because let's be honest, if you want God or the universe to give you more in anything, you need to be grateful. But I know some people go through so much sometimes, they have a hard time finding things to be grateful about. I know I struggle with that in the beginning of my journey. I'll leave the link to that in the description. Habit number 5 is honestly one of my favorites, but it's practicing learning how to receive daily. I want you to practice this daily, especially if you really want to live that soft girl life and if you really want to attract and manifest and just receive all the blessings that God has for you. You have to learn how to receive. And I'm talking about even in the smallest way. Learn how to take a compliment without automatically feeling like that you need to compliment the person back or downgrading the compliment. Somebody's like, oh my God, I like your hair. And you're like, oh no, this is just a wig. No, don't say that. I don't care if you don't even like the dress that you have on. I don't care if the dress is 8 years old and somebody is like, oh my gosh, I love your dress. Say, thank you. That's it. That's all. That's you learning to take that compliment, receive it, and that's it. But even when you're like, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I love that top you have on too. And you're just trying to hurry up and give a compliment back. That is you, again, not learning how to receive. That's you not feeling safe to receive anything, even a small compliment. Also, practice receiving help when you need it, okay? If you are coming from the grocery store or something like that, and somebody is offering to help you carry your bags, trust me, I've been there, Miss Girl. No, I got it. Trying to be Superwoman. I promise you, there is no badge out there for trying to be Superwoman. Trust me. Because if there was, I would have had one. So no, like, get the help. Like, you know what? Matter of fact, you can help me. Thank you. Learn how to receive help when you need it. You do not have to do it all yourself. So why should you? And while we're talking about learning how to receive, learn how to receive those misdirections. If there is something that you want and maybe it became a delay in the process, or maybe you weren't able to get it, understand that maybe that thing wasn't for you, or maybe it's not for you at this time. You have to understand that everything comes at proper timing and you should not force anything. Even if you don't understand why you can't have that thing now, girl, you will understand later on. There has been so many times where I have been forcing something and it's not working out, and then months later, I found out like, oh my gosh, I see why that didn't work out. Oh my, I'm so thankful that that didn't work out. And then there's been some times, because you know me, like I used to be like a hustler and push with anything that I want. So sometimes I would see something wasn't working for me and I'm like, no, I'm going to get it. And I pushed it and I forced it to a point where I end up getting the thing that I want, but it ended up being a total disaster. So instead of taking 10 steps forward, it actually took me 10 steps back, and I was back at square one within like 6 months of me finally getting the thing that I pushed so hard to get. Like, you know what I mean? So trust in divine timing and just learn how to receive everything. If something's not going your way, receive that as redirection. Being in receptive energy is magnetic as hell, but it's something that needs to be practiced daily. Habit number 6 is to get ready every day. Even if you are not going anywhere, get ready, Miss Girl. Put on some lip balm, some lip gloss, put on like some little earrings, brush your hair a little bit. Like I always say, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. I have become so much more productive just from putting myself together sometimes. Like I will have so many chores or so many errands that I need to do, and I'm just like, I do not feel like doing it. But because I'm like, you know what? Let me get myself up and get ready and then see how I feel. By the time that I take a shower and just brush my hair, on like a little mascara, put on my earrings and put on my lip gloss, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and get these things done. By the end of the day, now I've done a majority of the things on my list, and now I actually feel good because now today was actually productive. And it all started with me just looking good. You look good, you feel good, you do good. No matter what, even if you're just going to the grocery store, even if you're just picking up your kid from school, even if you're just going to go check the mailbox, take that bonnet off, brush your hair, moisturize those lips, and put some earrings on. Because trust me when I say, a simple spray of perfume, earrings, and just some skincare can literally shift your entire energy. Last but not least, habit number 7, which is another one of my favorites, is to schedule joy like it's a priority. I say this all the time in my videos. The same way you schedule that doctor's appointment, the same way that you put your schedule together for work, the same way that you make sure that you show up for everybody else, the same way that you even schedule to pay your bills and everything like that, baby, schedule you in some joy, okay? We were not put here to just work and to cater to everybody else. Make sure you schedule in your joy. Even if that's going to your favorite ice cream store on a Friday and buying your favorite $5 ice cream. I do not care. Whatever stage you are at in your life, find some time to schedule some joy. I remember when I really didn't have much going on. I was working, I was in nursing school, I was a mom, so I just had so much going on, and I was trying to find ways to fill my cup back up. And baby, when I tell you, the only way that I could fill my cup back up, because at that time my money was really tight, and that was taking me an hour and a half bath. But in romanticizing my bath, I'm talking about the bubbles, the flowers, all of that, the candles, playing my music, like, yes, and I look forward to that all week. So whatever it is, make sure you are scheduling in something that truly brings you joy. Honestly, even if that's hanging out with your friends. I love the idea of like scheduling time for my sisters, okay? Like, yes, like, let's go out for a drink, okay? Actually schedule that quality time with your friends, with your lover, whatever it is that truly brings you joy. Always make sure to schedule that. And I mean actually schedule it. Don't just say, okay, yeah, this Saturday I'll spend some time for myself. No. Put it on your calendar, block the time off, because I get it, especially with high functioning women like myself. I used to always say that, oh, I'll schedule time for myself, but I was so high functioning, I'm doing so many things, and I forget, and then I end up being burnt out. No, we're not doing that. We are scheduling time for ourselves, and it's actually on the calendar, because remember, we want to lead with softness, not with sacrifice. And when you forget to refill your own cup, and you are doing all of these things for everybody else, you're leading with sacrifice, because you're sacrificing yourself. All right, and those are my 7 must-do habits to radiate feminine energy. I really hope you babes enjoyed this video. If you want more tips like this, make sure to sign up for my Soft Scoop newsletter, where I drop soft girl advice and feminine tips in your inbox directly weekly. And if you really want to tap into feminine energy and want truly more energy from me, I'm talking about where I teach you how to step into your feminine energy completely, step by step, and how to really become more magnetic, more powerful, more feminine, more soft, and really live the life that you desire. Sign up for my Rich and Feminine Energy and Master Academy, because I would love to have you in that community. And we have so many amazing women inside the academy. They decided to rewrite their story and step out of survival mode and step into their most softest, most abundant era ever. I'll also leave the link to that in the description. And don't forget to come stop by in the comments and say, hey girl, hey. And just like always, I'll see you guys next time. Love you.